Hello and welcome to the St Mary's Field Museum, which is inside the big tent which we're using here to do the excavation of St Mary's Church and the churchyard. We're located about a mile from Stoke Mandeville, which is in Buckinghamshire, and the tent itself is covering the medieval church of St Mary and also the burial ground around it. But that actually is just the middle part of a big archaeological site, and we're actually working in the landscape all around here on the route of HS2 to find out loads more about that landscape from prehistory all the way through until modern times. Inside the tent we're going to be fitting out a public archaeology structure here where we're going to be able to do lots of different kinds of engagement as the project evolves and as the project progresses. So we hope to be able to invite people in here to visit the site, and also we're going to be doing some video content. And you're going to be able to find out a lot more about what we're doing. We're going to bring you some updates during the process, and we're also going to be looking at some of the themes and some of the different things that we're discovering as we go. And we're also going to be able to introduce you to some of the people that are working in the field actually doing the archaeology.
Hello, my name is Sanda. I work for LP Archaeology and I'm an osteologist on this site. That means that my job is supporting the on-site excavation team. I give them advice on how to correctly excavate the skeleton, answer any questions on queries about any weird skeletal positions or any possible pathologies or anything that's out of the ordinary. And later on, after this large graveyard is excavated, we are also going to do analysis on these skeletons and hopefully discover a bit more about the history of this area and people that live here.
I'm Aaron. I'm an archaeologist. I'm one of the team leaders inside the tent. This week I've been working on machine excavation. So we've been using one of the diggers to gradually reduce the ground level down towards the height of the graves. One of the things I look for as I'm machine watching is fragments of bone. So I'll stop the machine, I'll go in with my trowel to see if I can identify what fragment it might be. We've been working on the northwest corner over the last couple of days, where we've had 3 brick-lined tombs. So these are Victorian tombs where they would have had stacked burials inside. It's provided some challenge for the machine work because it's quite intricate, has intricate angles, but I work with a good team. I have the ability to carry out a range of roles, so you can be a surveyor, machine watcher, or be looking at an architectural fragment of the church from day to day.
We've been involved in this project since 2017, but the project actually goes back a little bit beyond that. Early work that was done through the HS2 project was to scope sites all the way along the route, and the site at St Mary's was actually subject to a more detailed documentary research because it was a known archaeological site with the burial ground. So there is a detailed documentary study, and then also geophysics was done all over the site itself and in the landscape around it. And that work then identified the need for us to go and do some actual physical field work, and that's the point when I got involved in the project. So this is the church as we found it, with the rubble covering the remains, and then this is the work we did in 2018 to take the rubble off the church and reveal the remains underneath. The stage of the project we're at now is what's called mitigation, and that means it's the excavation of all the archaeological remains on the site. And what we do is that we dig everything that there is to be dug, and we make a detailed 3-dimensional record of that. And at the end of the process, there will be no archaeology left in the ground, and everything will have been transformed into our archive. As we excavate the church itself, we're going to be able to get to some of the earlier archaeological remains. Obviously, until we've actually dug up the church, we won't know what's underneath it, and hopefully we'll find some information in there which gives us a really strong clue as to why the church is located where it is. Hopefully this gives you a taste of all the different things which we're going to be looking at during the project. And as the project develops, we're going to be putting this all together within our field museum and within this video series. So we've got lots of opportunities to show you all the work that we're going to be doing, and we hope that you follow us through the whole project.